So powwow is important throughout Indian country as a social gathering to get our people together.
There's powwows all over the United States. Ours is unique in the fact that it is the beginning of the powwow season. It's the beginning of spring.
I have been dancing at Denver March Powwow since I was 3 years old, and I have not missed a single year.
And you'll see so many different tribal nations represented here.
My name is Kenneth Ledoux, and I've been the president of Denver March Powwow since 1990. The Denver March Powwow had its origins back, about 50 years ago at the old Denver Indian Center, which was at 16th and Gaylord. That was one of the first centers that the Indian people had a gathering, and it provided social services and different activities. One of them was a youth activity and called the Youth Enrichment. And that was pretty much the formation of how the powwow came into existence. And then it slowly expanded in size, and then we came to the size that we are now. And we have representatives from various tribes. I think we have, probably in excess of 200 tribes that come to participate in the powwow.
Denver March Powwow, often throughout Indian country, is kind of the big powwow kickoff for the season. It's the first one of the season to really get together and see our families after the winter that just passed. So it's a huge impact here for city and county, for the state of Colorado, and just Indian country in general.
Entered into different other areas. We have contests, the different types of styles of dancing, all of those, and they're incorporated from different areas. So it has evolved from its basic beginnings into more contemporary types of dancing.
My name is Shannon Sobrian. I am from Denver, Colorado. I am a Navajo enrolled and Lakota affiliated resident. I have danced many different styles, fancy shawl and jingle dress, throughout my lifetime. I think that I came back to jingle dress because of its importance in healing.
And dress like this because I dance women's fancy shawl. Fancy shawl dance originated in Oklahoma. Men's fancy dance started a long time before the women's fancy dance, and the women on the sidelines kind of saw them dance and they said, I think we can do that. And we do that, and we do it a lot better. Not only the significance is really important, but I definitely feel like it's a part of who we are, and to express yourself in the arena, and traditionally to know where the dances come from.
Well, this is my cape. It's fully beaded. I beaded it. We wear dresses. These are my otters. It's mostly just for style.
I think it's very important to know that wearing my regalia and having my hair in braids, I don't put on a costume. This is my identity of who I am every single day. When I put on my jingle dress, any of my regalia, I feel like I am exactly who I am portraying myself to be.
And these pieces of regalia, many times these regalia pieces have been passed down generations. I've seen some that have come back from 4 or 5 generations back, and they're very blessed to have that. Of course, when I see the tiny tots here and the representation of just the hope and the preciousness of that hope for our future generations, it's so touching.
An important aspect of the whole powwow is the drums and the singing, because they pretty much carry forth what the event is, and there's different songs for different types of activities and different events. So all of those are incorporated into the activities that take place. You can't have the powwow if you don't have dancers. You can't have a powwow if you don't have drums and the music. Those are the important aspects.
But you have vendors that are coming from all over. As you make your way around the arena and throughout the vendor booths, you're going to see people from different states, different cultures.
Being from the Plains area, the Northern Plains area, what we call powwow is a more, I guess, a colonial aspect of what they brought in as what they considered a gathering. We in turn have had what we call wachipis, where we come and dance and gather and have friendship and visit and participate.
I think sometimes when people think of Indian country, they don't necessarily think of the economics of indigenous communities and the trade that happens throughout Indian country, and these types of social gatherings contribute to that. It goes back many generations. Especially now, since most of Indian country lives off of tribal lands and in urban areas, this is a wonderful opportunity for us to get together to see our relatives, to see all of our friends who are coming in from different parts of the country, and to also stay connected to our culture and our community.